I tell my story to anybody that will listen. I was basically agnostic. I did not believe in God. I wasn't against it. I never gave people trouble about it. If they believed, that was theirs. I didn't. Well, I was doing fine, but then I started having severe headaches. And I went to the doctor, and he had me get a head x-ray. And he called me a couple days later and said it looked like I had a tumor in my left sinus. But they didn't have the expert to read the x-ray here. So they had to wait a week for him to get here. Well, I didn't want to wait. So I was going to be working in Columbus the next day after that. So I stopped at his office to get him to release the x-ray, and I would take it to the doctor. He gave me the address and everything. Well, I left his office to go to my car. I passed out. I didn't wake up for 5 months. I had had a brain aneurysm on the left side. They did surgery and fixed it. But in the process, they discovered an even larger one on the right side, ready to blow. In the first 2 months, they cut into me 14 places. They've cut into my head 3 times. They've cut into my heart 3 times. I only have 60% of my brain. I dreamed that I was walking in a tunnel. Now, I know sandstone living around here. This was in a solid chunk of sandstone. And I looked at it and I thought, looked like somebody drilled it out with a drill bit. It was perfectly round. Now, the light was real dull, but it wasn't totally black. I couldn't find a source for the light. I mean, where was that light coming from? Well, I just kept on walking. Finally, I came to some sandstone steps. Now, on the edges, they were still squared off, but more in the middle, they were worn down till they were almost rounded off. And I thought, how many people have been up and down these steps? But I wanted to go down, so I picked my way down. I came out in a small room. It was a little wider than this porch, but not much longer. It wasn't a real big room. On the opposite wall was a real pretty 4-paneled wooden door, painted real green. I don't know why green, but it was green. But it didn't fit right. All around the door was light. So I stood there, and all of a sudden, the door opened up. Here stood a man, one of the best-looking men I've ever seen. And he was built perfect. Not a muscle man, but just built perfect. Had the friendliest smile. And behind him was light, fairly bright. And he looked at me and he went like that. All I could think was run. I ran up those steps. I fell down a couple times, but I got up. Got 2 steps in the tunnel, and a magician throws a smoke bomb and a rabbit appears or disappears. That happened all around me, and I didn't know anything else till I woke up from coma. Now that was Satan. He was inviting me into hell. Now the light, you think about who Satan is. He was Lucifer. He was the angel of light. So the light was impressive.